Our galaxy was involved in, as it turns out, a bit of a car crash 100 million years ago, and we are apparently still reeling from it. That is the discovery of an international team of astronomers led by Canadian Larry Widrow from Queen's University. And Larry Widrow is at Queen's University in beautiful Kingston, Ontario this evening. We got him on Skype. Larry, this must just have been neat. As an astronomer, you have discovered, you and your team, that something no one else has seen before. Tell us what it was that you found.
Well, our team was studying stars in the local environment of the galaxy. So to set the stage, our sun is orbiting the center of the galaxy. We're about 25,000 light years away from the center of the galaxy. And our team was able to study the positions and velocities of stars just in the solar neighborhood, just in the local environment of the galaxy. What we discovered was that the stars above and below us, the stars toward the north galactic pole or the south galactic pole, had some real measurable differences, and this was unexpected. Prior to this, most astronomers believed that the galaxy had a nice symmetry between the north and southern parts of the galaxy. When we dug a bit deeper, we found that these differences between the north and the south had the appearance of a wave-like structure, and we've interpreted this as the result of a collision between a small dwarf galaxy passing through the disk of the Milky Way.
So let me just parse that back. So essentially, here's, we've all seen the pictures. Our Milky Way looks or is conceived as this rather flat sort of cylinder, we're just bouncing around essentially right now. And I think I was reading 20 to 30 kilometers a second. So we're going up and down as we circle the sun, as our sun circles around the center of the galaxy. It all sounds like a lot of fun at the amusement park ride.
That's right. That's right. I mean, think, we've the galaxy itself, as you say, is actually quite a flattened disk of stars, maybe 10 billion or so stars. And all of these stars are in roughly circular orbits around the center of the galaxy, much the way that the planets are in circular orbits around the sun, except that the stars are bobbing up and down and moving in and out, as you say, by 20 or 30 kilometers per second. What we found is that there seems to be an additional motion that hadn't been noticed before, and this motion could be telling us something about a recent encounter between our galaxy and dwarf galaxies, which we know are orbiting around the center of or orbiting around the Milky Way itself.
You talk about a large dark matter structure as a way to, as one of the things that could have run into our galaxy 100 million years ago. Is there a way in sort of lay terms to describe what a large dark matter structure is?
Right. Well, first one has to understand what dark matter is. The dark matter has been something known to astronomers for now 30 or 40 years. Dark matter is material in the galaxy. It's not shining the way stars shine. In fact, we don't even think it's made of ordinary matter. But we infer its existence because it's necessary to keep the galaxy essentially from flying apart. The stars in the galaxy are orbiting around the center, and if it weren't for this dark matter, these stars would simply fly away from the center of the galaxy. They're orbiting too fast. Now, this dark matter itself could have structure to it. That is, there could be clumps of dark matter, maybe a billion solar masses in mass, small objects compared to the Milky Way. But these small clumps of dark matter, as they pass through the disk of the Milky Way, could indeed perturb the disk of the Milky Way, perturb the orbits of the stars, and lead to the types of perturbations that we think we've observed in this data set.
It's fascinating stuff. Last quick question. Sort of the where this might play into other people's research. Could it affect future space travel? The fact that we're bouncing up and down, or the way we're able to observe other phenomena in the universe. How does this fit into that bigger scheme of things?
In terms of space travel, not so much. That is, our space travel, when I say local environment of the galaxy, I'm talking about a region of the galaxy of, say, 1,000 light years, so much greater than any distance that we could think of traveling in the near future. But what is interesting is that within the next 2 years, there will be a mission that the European Space Agency is putting forward a space-based mission called the Gaia satellite, and that's going to measure positions and velocities of stars in the Milky Way very accurately. And so it's an exciting time to be talking about the dynamics, the orbits of stars, because astronomers will soon have an absolute wealth, a tsunami of data in terms of the Milky Way and our understanding of the Milky Way.
I think it's cool stuff. Larry Widrow, congratulations, and thank you of Queen's University. Thank you for spending some time with us today.
Thank you for calling. Yeah. Okay.